The text message from my bank hit me like a punch to the gut. Alert! Account ending in 47 one balance below $100. That was impossible. I'd saved over $20,000 in that account for my daughter's medical expenses. My name is Jillian, and in that moment, standing in the emergency room where I work as a nurse, I knew exactly what had happened. My mother had struck again. Jill, you okay? Talon touched my shoulder, his concerned face swimming into view. You look like you've seen a ghost. She did it again, I whispered, my hands shaking as I pulled up my banking app. My mother, the words caught in my throat as I stared at the balance. 47.21. Take 5, Talon said, already reaching for my patient charts. I've got your patients covered. I barely made it to the break room before the tears started falling. 5 years of careful saving, gone. Every extra shift, every holiday I'd worked, every penny I'd scraped together for Raylin's future, vanished. My phone rang. Mother, of course. Where is it? I demanded, not bothering with hello. Sweetie, I can explain, she slurred. I had a system. It was foolproof this time. Where's my daughter's money? The cards were hot, baby. I just needed a little more to win it all back. You stole $20,000 from your granddaughter. My voice cracked. A passing colleague glanced through the break room window, and I turned away. Don't be so dramatic, Mother said. I'll win it back. I'm due for a big one. I can feel it. Where are you? The Golden Lotus. But listen, if you could just spot me another 1,000, I hung up and grabbed my keys. Thank God Raylin was at her after-school program. I couldn't face her right now, couldn't tell her that the money for her future medical needs was gone. The Golden Lotus Casino loomed ahead, its gaudy neon signs a beacon for desperate souls like my mother. I found her at a slot machine, cigarette dangling from her lips, surrounded by empty glasses. Mother? She didn't look up. Just one more spin, honey. This one's gonna hit big. I reached over and yanked the power cord from the wall. The machine went dark. Hey, she protested, spinning to face me. Her makeup was smeared, her eyes glassy. I was about to win. You need to come home, now. Don't take that tone with me, young lady. I'm still your mother. Are you? I grabbed her purse, dumping its contents onto the floor. My bank card fell out, along with several cash advance receipts. A mother doesn't steal from her granddaughter's medical fund. Security approached us. Is there a problem here? No problem, I said, snatching up my card. She's leaving. Like hell I am. Mother tried to plug the machine back in. I've got a system. Ma'am, the security guard said, I think it's time to go. Outside, Mother stumbled against me. You're overreacting. I would have paid it back. Like you paid back the $5,000 last year, or the $3,000 before that. I helped her into my car, fury and despair warring in my chest. This was different. This was Raylin's money. That child is perfectly healthy. She has a congenital heart condition. I slammed my hand against the steering wheel. You know this. You were there when the doctor told us she might need surgery someday. Mother waved dismissively. Insurance will cover it. No, it won't. Not all of it. I started the car, my hands trembling. This is the last time, Mother. I mean it. She snorted. You always say that. Because you're living in my house. Because I trusted you. Because... I stopped, a memory suddenly surfacing. Dad's letter, the one he'd left before he died. Something about the house deed. Whatever you're thinking, stop it, Mother said, reading my expression. I'm your mother. You need me. I pulled into our driveway, where Mrs. Peterson from next door was walking Raylin home from the bus stop. My beautiful 5-year-old broke into a run when she saw me. Mommy, Grandma, look what I made in art class today. I caught her in my arms, breathing in her sweet scent. while Mother stumbled past us into the house. "Baby," I whispered, holding Raylan tight, "how would you like to have a sleepover at Aunt Freya's house tonight?" "Really? Can I bring Mr. Whiskers?" "Of course you can." I texted Talon's sister quickly, then helped Raylan pack an overnight bag. Once she was safely with Freya, I had work to do. Dad's letter was in my desk drawer, untouched since his death 2 years ago. I'd been too angry to read it then, too hurt by his abandonment. But now I remembered something he'd said about protecting us from Mother's unfortunate habits. As I pulled out the envelope, Mother's voice drifted down from upstairs, already on the phone with another casino. I unfolded the letter with trembling fingers, and there it was. The key to saving our future. Dad hadn't abandoned us after all. He'd left us a way out. Dad's handwriting was shaky, but his words were clear as day. "If your mother ever endangers your future or Raylan's, there's a reconciliation clause in the house deed. She can be removed without her consent under specific conditions." I read the letter 3 times, my hands trembling. All this time, I'd thought Dad had abandoned us, but he'd been protecting us even after death. My phone buzzed. "Talon, how are you holding up?" "I found something," I said. "Dad left us a way out." "A way out of what?" "Everything." "I heard Mother upstairs, still talking to the casino. Can you meet me for coffee? I need someone to tell me I'm not crazy." 20 minutes later, I slid into a booth at the 24-hour diner across from the hospital. Talon pushed a steaming cup toward me. "Okay, spill it." I spread Dad's letter on the table. He knew. He knew she'd never stop gambling, so he built in a safety net when he put the house in both our names. Talon leaned forward, reading. "Jesus, Jill, this is serious stuff." "She stole my daughter's future," I said, my voice cracking. $20,000 gone in what? A few hours? "Have you thought this through? Taking her name off the deed means? It means she'll have nowhere to go." I wrapped my hands around the coffee cup, seeking warmth. "I know." The waitress stopped by, and we fell silent until she left. "Remember last year?" I asked. "When Raylan had that heart scare?" Talon nodded. He'd been there in the ER that night. "The doctors said she might need surgery before she's 10. Major surgery, Talon. And now the money's gone." My voice broke. "My baby's money is gone." "There are other ways." "No." I pulled out my phone, showing him the banking app. "Look at the withdrawal times. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. While I was working nights trusting her to watch Raylan, she was stealing from us." "Jill?" "She used my card, Talon. She must have watched me enter the PIN. She planned this." The diner door chimed, and a group of nurses from our shift walked in. They waved, but seemed to sense we needed privacy. "What does your gut tell you?" Talon asked quietly. "That I'm turning into her." I pressed my palms against my eyes. "Calculating, manipulative." "Stop." Talon reached across the table, pulling my hands down. "You're protecting your daughter. That's what mothers do. But am I any better? Planning to make her homeless? You know what the difference is?" He tapped Dad's letter. "You're doing this to protect someone. She did what she did to feed an addiction." My phone buzzed again. "Mother, where are you? I need to borrow your car." I texted back. "No, don't be difficult. I need to run to the bank." "There's nothing left to take." The typing bubbles appeared and disappeared several times before. "You're just like your father. Never understood the big picture." I turned the phone face down, fighting tears. "Hey," Talon said softly, "what's the next step?" I pulled out a business card I'd been carrying for months. "Dad's old lawyer, Edgar. He's the one who drew up the deed." "Then that's where you start." "I already called. He can see me tomorrow morning." I traced the letter's edge with my finger. Is it wrong that part of me hopes she fights this? That she finally shows some kind of, I don't know, remorse? It's not wrong. Talon squeezed my hand. It's human. My phone buzzed again. This time it was Freya. Raylan wants to say goodnight. Video call, okay? Moments later, my daughter's face filled the screen. Mommy, Aunt Freya let me help make cookies. That's wonderful, baby. I forced a smile. Are you being good? Uh-huh. Can we do more sleepovers? This is fun. Behind her, Freya gave me a thumbs up. My daughter was safe, loved, and completely unaware of the storm brewing at home. We'll see, sweetheart. Now get some sleep, okay? Okay. Love you, Infinity. Love you, Infinity +1. After ending the call, I looked at Talon. I have to do this, don't I? He nodded slowly. You know what they say on airplanes? Put your own oxygen mask on first? Yeah? This is your oxygen mask, Jill. You can't help anyone if you're drowning. I folded Dad's letter carefully, tucking it away. The appointment with Edgar is at 9. Want me to come with? No. I stood up, gathering my resolve. This is something I need to do alone. As I drove home, Mother's lights were still on. I could hear her through the open window, making promises to someone on the phone, probably another casino's credit department. Tomorrow, I'd start the process of removing her name from the deed. Tomorrow, I'd take the first step towards saving my daughter's future. But tonight, I had one more letter to read. The rest of Dad's goodbye, the part I'd been too angry to face before. Edgar's office smelled like old leather and coffee. He hadn't changed since I'd last seen him at Dad's funeral. Same bow tie, same wire-rimmed glasses, same compassionate eyes. Your father was a wise man, he said, studying the letter. He knew this day might come. Can it be done? I asked, perched on the edge of my seat. Can we remove her name? Edgar pulled out a thick folder. Your father built in very specific conditions: financial misconduct, endangerment of a minor's well-being, misuse of shared assets. He looked up. Do you have documentation of the theft? I placed a manila envelope on his desk. Bank statements, withdrawal receipts, cash advance slips. She took everything while I was working nights. He examined each document carefully. And the money was specifically designated for your daughter's medical care? Yes. I have letters from Raylan's cardiologist about her condition and potential future procedures. Good. He made notes on a legal pad. The fact that she used your card without permission makes this criminal theft, not just a family dispute. My stomach churned. Will she go to jail? Only if you press charges. Edgar leaned back. The deed modification can proceed without criminal charges, but you should know, she won't go quietly. What do you mean? She'll be served notice. She'll have 30 days to contest the modification. If she does, there will be a hearing. I twisted my hands in my lap. Will I have to testify? Yes, and you'll need to be prepared for what she might say. People facing consequences often lash out. My phone vibrated. Mother again. I ignored it. How long will this take? Best case, 2 months. Worst case if she fights it, 6 months or more. I can't wait that long. I leaned forward. She's still in the house, still asking for money. Last night My phone buzzed again. This time it was Raylan's school. I'm sorry, I said. I have to take this. Mrs. Fox, this is Nurse Sandra. Raylan had a bit of a fall during recess. My heart stopped. Is she okay? Just a scraped knee, but given her condition, we thought you'd want to know. Her heart rate was slightly elevated. I'll be right there. I hung up and looked at Edgar. My daughter, go, he said, already gathering the papers. I'll start the paperwork today. But Jillian? He caught my eye. Once this starts, there's no going back. Are you sure? I thought of the empty bank account, of Raylan's future surgeries, of mother upstairs making promises to casinos while my daughter slept. I'm sure. The school nurse's office was quiet when I arrived. Raylan sat on the exam table, swinging her legs, a Disney princess Band-Aid on her knee. Mommy, she reached for me. I fell, but I was brave. I hugged her tight, checking her pulse out of habit, strong and steady. What happened, baby? I was chasing Marcus and tripped on the playground, but look. She pointed to her knee. Nurse Sandra gave me Ariel. The nurse appeared with an incident report. Her vitals are normal now. We monitored her for 15 minutes just to be safe. I signed the form, trying to keep my hand steady. This was why we needed that money. One fall, one scraped knee, and my world stopped spinning until I knew her heart was okay. Can I go back to class? Raylan asked. We're making solar systems. After confirming she was truly fine, I watched her skip back to class, her backpack bouncing. My phone buzzed yet again. Where have you been? Mother demanded. I need you to come home. The casino manager is being completely unreasonable about my credit line. I'm at Raylan's school. She fell. Oh, she's fine. That child bounces like rubber. Now about the casino. No. The word came out sharp, final. No more casinos. No more money. No more chances. Don't take that tone with me. I raised you better than... Did you? Did you raise me, Mother? Or did I raise myself while you chased jackpots? Silence then. You sound just like your father before he abandoned us. He didn't abandon us. I thought of the letter, of Edgar's office, of all the pieces falling into place. He protected us, and now I'm protecting my daughter. I ended the call and texted Talon. It's done. Lawyer started the paperwork. His reply came quickly. You okay? No, but I will be. Walking back to my car, I saw Raylan through her classroom window. She was holding up a papier-mâché planet, laughing with her friends, her scraped knee already forgotten. She was everything good and pure in my world, everything worth fighting for. My phone rang again. Edgar. The papers are ready, he said. The server will deliver them tomorrow morning. Are you prepared for her reaction? I watched my daughter, safe in her classroom, and felt steel enter my spine. Yes, I said. I'm ready. The server came at 8 a.m. sharp. I watched from my car across the street, Raylan safely dropped at school, as Mother answered the door in her bathrobe. Even from here, I could see her face change as she read the papers. My phone started ringing immediately. I let it go to voicemail. You've got some nerve. Her voice crackled through the speaker. I'm your mother. You can't do this to me. 3 more calls, 3 more voicemails. I drove to work, trying to focus on the day ahead. Talon caught me in the locker room. You look like you haven't slept. She was served this morning. I pulled on my scrubs. It's officially started. How'd she take it? Before I could answer, my phone buzzed with a text. Meeting at the community center tonight. Could use your medical expertise. Freya. Your sister needs me at some meeting, I told Talon. Something about medical expertise? Oh, right, the Safe House project. He smiled. You should go. Might help take your mind off things. The ER was busy enough to keep me distracted until my shift ended. Mother had called 17 more times. I deleted the voicemails without listening. The community center was lit up when I arrived. Freya met me at the door, clipboard in hand. Thanks for coming, she said, leading me inside. We're trying to set up a medical assistance program for the Safe House residents. Safe House? For women escaping abuse, addiction, bad situations. She gestured to a room full of people. We've got the building, but we need protocols for medical emergencies. I stopped short. Is this about addiction recovery? Partly. Freya touched my arm. Talon told me about your mom, about the money. I thought maybe something good could come from it. What do you mean? The money's gone, right? But what if we could help prevent other families from going through what you did? The meeting started before I could respond. I sat listening to stories of women trapped by addiction, by abuse, by circumstances they couldn't control. Each story felt like a mirror, reflecting pieces of my own life. My phone buzzed. Mother again. This time I answered. How dare you? She hissed. After everything I've done for you, I'm in a meeting. I whispered, stepping outside. We can talk later. No, we'll talk now. I raised you, fed you, clothed you, and stole from my daughter. My voice was steady. You stole her future. It wasn't stealing. I was going to pay it back. With what money, Mother? The money you don't have? The credit cards that are maxed out? Silence then. I need help. My heart stuttered. In 34 years, I'd never heard those words from her. What kind of help? Money for a lawyer, to fight this ridiculous petition. The hope that had flared died instantly. No, then I'll tell everyone what an ungrateful daughter you are, how you're throwing your own mother out on the street. Inside, Freya was discussing recovery programs. Through the window, I could see women nodding, sharing their stories of hope and healing. You know what, Mother? Tell everyone. Tell them how you stole your granddaughter's medical fund. Tell them how you gambled away her future. Tell them everything. I ended the call and went back inside. Freya was introducing a woman who'd recovered from gambling addiction, who now counseled others. The hardest part, the woman was saying, is admitting you need help. Sometimes it takes hitting rock bottom. After the meeting, Freya caught up with me in the parking lot. What did you think? I think? I looked back at the building. I think I want to help. Not just with medical protocols, with everything. Really? Her face lit up. We could use the expertise. And, she hesitated, maybe it would help you too. Healing goes both ways. My phone buzzed with a text from Mother. You'll regret this. I'm calling everyone we know. Freya read it over my shoulder. You okay? Actually, yes. I put the phone away. For the first time in years, I feel like I'm doing the right thing. The safe house needs funding, Freya said carefully. If you wanted, when you get the money back. There is no getting it back. I smiled sadly. But maybe we can stop it from happening to someone else's daughter. Driving home, I passed the Golden Lotus Casino. Mother's favorite haunt was lit up like a carnival, promising riches and delivering ruin. I thought about the women at the meeting, about second chances and rock bottoms. My phone rang again. This time it was Raylan's school. Mrs. Fox, just wanted to let you know Raylan did wonderfully in her presentation today. She taught the class all about the heart. I pulled over, overwhelmed by sudden tears. She said she wants to be a doctor, the teacher continued, to fix hearts like hers. In that moment, I knew with absolute certainty that I was doing the right thing. Not just for Raylan, but maybe, in some twisted way, for Mother too. Sometimes love means making the hardest choices. Sometimes it means being the bad guy to do the right thing. Mother's campaign of revenge started with Aunt Sarah's call. How could you do this to your own mother? She demanded. She's devastated. I was in the hospital break room, 3 hours into a 12-hour shift. Did she tell you why? She said you're trying to make her homeless over a simple misunderstanding about money. Simple misunderstanding? I gripped my phone tighter. Ask her about the $20,000 she stole from Raylan's medical fund. Silence. Then, what? By the time I finished explaining, Aunt Sarah's tone had changed completely. I'll call you back, she said quietly. The next call came from Uncle Pete, then Cousin Mary, then my mother's best friend, Dorothy. Each time, the same pattern: accusation, explanation, shocked silence. Your mother's been busy, Talon said, handing me a coffee. She's calling everyone we know. I showed him my phone. But it's backfiring. People are finally seeing her for who she is. Speaking of seeing things, he nodded toward the ER entrance. Mother stood there, swaying slightly, makeup smeared. Security was already moving toward her. "I've got this," I told them, approaching her. "Mother, you can't be here." "My own daughter," she announced loudly, throwing me out like garbage. Patients and staff turned to stare. I took her arm, leading her toward the exit. "You're drunk. Go home." "Home?" She laughed bitterly. "The home you're stealing from me?" "Lower your voice. This is a hospital." "Where's my granddaughter? I want to see Raylan." "Not happening." I pushed through the doors into the parking lot. "Not while you're like this." She grabbed my arm, her nails digging in. "You think you're better than me? You think you can't end up just like me? I'm nothing like you." "No," she smiled cruelly. "Then why do you check your pulse when you're stressed? Why do you count ceiling tiles when you're anxious? Just like I taught you, just like my mother taught me." I pulled away, my heart racing. She was right. I was doing it now, pressing fingers to my wrist, counting the beats. "Go home, Mother. Sleep it off." "Or what? You'll call the police? Report your own mother?" "If I have to." She staggered back, tears cutting through her mascara. "I gave you everything." "You gave me anxiety, trust issues, and an empty bank account." The words came out before I could stop them. "But you know what? You also gave me the strength to stop you." Back inside, Talon was waiting. "You okay?" "No." I showed him my trembling hands. "She's right. I am like her. All these little habits, these anxious tics." "Stop," he grabbed my shoulders. "Having her habits doesn't make you her. You're breaking the cycle, Jill. That's what matters." My phone buzzed. "Freya. Community center meeting in an hour. We're discussing funding allocation. Coming?" I looked at Talon. "Cover for me?" "Go. Do something good with this mess." The community center was packed. Freya stood at the front, outlining plans for the Safe House's medical clinic. "We need about 20,000 for basic equipment," she was saying as I slipped in. 20,000, the exact amount Mother had stolen. I raised my hand. What if we had that money? Hypothetically? Freya's eyes widened. "Are you saying, if we get it back, through legal means or restitution, it should go here, help other families break the cycle?" The room burst into discussion. A woman in the back stood up. "I lost my house to my husband's gambling," she said. "My kids lost their college funds. A place like this, it could have saved us years of pain." Others shared similar stories. Each one felt like a piece of my own story, reflected back at me. My phone buzzed. "Edgar, your mother's lawyer contacted me. She wants to negotiate." I stepped out to call him back. "What kind of negotiation?" "She's offering to repay the money in exchange for staying on the deed." "Where would she get the money?" "She claims she can borrow it from family." I thought of all those phone calls today, all those relatives finally seeing the truth. "No," I said. "No more enabling, no more chances." "Are you sure? It would be faster than court." "I'm sure." I watched through the window as Freya drew up plans for the clinic. "The money's not the point anymore. This has to end." Back inside, I raised my hand again. "I want to volunteer, not just with medical stuff, with everything." Freya beamed. "Really? Really?" I took a deep breath. "Because my mother was wrong about one thing. We're not doomed to repeat our parents' mistakes. We can choose differently." My phone buzzed one last time. "Mother, you'll regret this. You're just like me. You'll see." I typed back. "No, Mother, I'm choosing to be better. And maybe, someday, you will too." Then I turned off my phone and joined the meeting, ready to turn our family's pain into someone else's healing. The court notice arrived on a Tuesday morning. Mother had filed her formal objection to being removed from the deed, which meant we were heading for a hearing. But that wasn't what shocked me. She's in rehab? I read the letter again, certain I was seeing things. Talon leaned over my shoulder in the break room. Gambling addiction treatment? Voluntarily? Her lawyer says it's proof she's taking steps to reform. I set the paper down. After all these years, all those broken promises, you don't believe her? I don't know what to believe anymore. My phone lit up with a text from an unknown number. This is Dr. Marcus from New Hope Recovery Center. Your mother Cecilia has listed you as her emergency contact and requested family therapy sessions. I showed Talon the message. Are you gonna go? I can't. I shoved the phone in my pocket. It's just another manipulation. But later that night, as I tucked Raylan into bed, doubt crept in. Mommy? She clutched Mr. Whiskers, her stuffed cat. When is Grandma coming home? I don't know, baby. Is she sick? Like my heart is sometimes sick? I sat on the edge of her bed, searching for words. Kind of. She's getting help to get better. Can we visit her? Like when you visit me in the hospital? Before I could answer, my phone buzzed. Dr. Marcus again. Cecilia had a breakthrough in group therapy today. She's asked about you repeatedly. Mommy? Raylan touched my face. You're crying. I wiped my eyes quickly. Just tired, sweetheart. Time for sleep. The next day, I met Freya at the community center. The medical clinic was taking shape, empty rooms slowly filling with donated equipment. Look what came in today, she said, showing me a cardiac monitor. Perfect for basic screenings. Like the one that caught Raylan's condition early. I ran my hand over the machine. How many kids might this save? Speaking of saving people, Freya hesitated. I heard about your mom. New Hope is one of our partner facilities. You knew? She checked in 3 days ago, asked about our family program. I sat heavily in a nearby chair. Is she serious about it? Want to see for yourself? Freya pulled out her tablet, pulling up security footage. This is from yesterday's group session. There was Mother, sitting in a circle of other women. No makeup, no fancy clothes, looking smaller somehow. As I watched, she stood up, hands shaking. My name is Cecilia, she said, voice trembling, and I've lost everything that matters. My granddaughter's medical fund, my daughter's trust, my self-respect. I turned away. Stop, I can't watch this. Jill. Freya touched my shoulder. Recovery is possible. I see it every day. And how many times do they relapse? Some do, but some make it. The difference is usually family support. My phone buzzed. Edgar. The hearing is set for next month. Your mother's lawyer requested a delay for treatment completion. Your call. Freya read the message over my shoulder. What are you going to do? I don't know. I looked around the clinic room. All of this came from pain like mine, from families broken by addiction. And healing, Freya added. Don't forget that part. That evening, I sat with Raylan's photo album. There was Mother holding her as a newborn, beaming with pride. Mother at her 4th birthday, before the gambling got bad. Mother teaching her to make cookies last Christmas, between casino trips. My phone buzzed again. A video message from New Hope. Mother's face filled the screen, bare of makeup, eyes red. Jillian? I don't expect forgiveness. I don't deserve it. But I'm learning things here about why I hurt the people I love. I understand if you never want to see me again, but please know I'm trying, really trying this time. The video ended. I played it again, searching for signs of manipulation, of deceit. Instead, I saw something I'd never seen before, genuine shame. I called Edgar. If I agree to the delay, I said, what happens? She completes the program, demonstrates changed behavior, agrees to conditions for staying on the deed, regular testing, financial monitoring, counseling. And if she relapses, the removal proceeds automatically. No further hearings needed. I thought of Raylan asking about visiting her grandmother, of the cardiac monitor at the clinic, of Mother's tearful video. Okay, I said, draw up the conditions, make them strict. Are you sure? No. I looked at the photo album again. But maybe that's okay. I texted Dr. Marcus. What time are family sessions? The response came quickly. Thursdays at 6 p.m. Cecilia will be thrilled. Don't tell her I'm coming, I wrote back. I need to see for myself if this is real. That night, Raylan found me crying in the kitchen. Is your heart hurting, Mommy? I pulled her into my lap. No, baby. Sometimes hearts just need time to heal. Like Grandma's? Yeah, I whispered, holding her close. Like Grandma's. The New Hope Recovery Center looked more like a small college campus than a rehab facility. I sat in my car for 20 minutes before finding the courage to walk in. You must be Jillian, Dr. Marcus said, extending his hand. Your mother's in the garden. Would you like to observe before joining? Through the window, I saw Mother tending to a small plot of vegetables. Her hands, usually manicured to perfection, were covered in dirt. She looked peaceful. She doesn't know I'm here? No, we thought it best to let you set the pace. Mother looked up then, wiping sweat from her forehead, and saw me. The trowel fell from her hands. Jillian? I stepped into the garden. Up close, I could see the changes more clearly. No makeup, grays showing in her roots, worry lines around her eyes. The tomatoes need water, I said, not knowing what else to say. Yes. She reached for the watering can with trembling hands. Would you like to help? We worked in silence, watering the plants, pulling weeds. Finally, she spoke. I didn't think you'd come. Neither did I. I've been... She stopped, took a deep breath. No excuses, no justifications. That's what we learn here. Just truth. And what's the truth, Mother? That I destroyed everything good in my life, that I hurt my granddaughter, that I betrayed my only daughter's trust. Her voice cracked, that I'm terrified of becoming my own mother, but ended up worse than she ever was. I hadn't known that about my grandmother. What do you mean? She was a gambler too, lost everything when I was 12. I swore I'd never... She wiped her eyes. History repeats unless we break the cycle. Dr. Marcus appeared with chairs. Shall we move this to family therapy? In his office, Mother showed me her workbooks, her daily journals, her recovery plan. 6 months clean, she said softly. Longest I've ever gone. The hearing is next week, I reminded her. I know. She met my eyes. Whatever you decide, I'll accept it. Part of recovery is accepting consequences. Dr. Marcus leaned forward. Cecilia, would you like to share what you wrote in your amends letter? Mother pulled out a worn piece of paper. Dear Jillian and Raylan, stop. I stood up. I need to show you something first. I led her to my car and drove to the community center. Freya was there, supervising the installation of new medical equipment. This is where Raylan's money went, I said, watching Mother's face. Not to the casinos. Here. Mother walked slowly through the clinic room, touching the cardiac monitor, the examination table, the pediatric equipment. A safe house, Freya explained, for families affected by addiction. The medical clinic will help kids like Raylan. Like Raylan? Mother's voice was barely a whisper. Children with heart conditions? Among others. I showed her the intake forms. We're already booked for the first month of screenings. Mother sank into a chair, hands covering her face. When I stole the money, I thought I could win it back, make it more, give Raylan everything. She doesn't need everything, I said. She needs stability, safety, love. Like I never gave you. But you can start now. I pulled out Edgar's papers. These are the conditions: regular testing, financial oversight, continued therapy. Meet them, and you can stay on the deed. She read through them slowly. And if I relapse? Automatic removal. No appeals. You're giving me another chance? No. I took the papers back. You're earning one. There's a difference. Freya appeared with forms of her own. We also need volunteers, people who understand addiction from both sides. Mother looked at me, then at the forms. You'd trust me here? Not yet, I said honestly, but maybe someday. Back at New Hope, Mother returned to her garden. Will you bring Raylan? When you think I'm ready? One step at a time. I watched her gather her tools. Read your amends letter at the hearing next week. Mean every word. I will. She hesitated. Jillian, thank you. Not for the chance. I haven't earned that yet, but for showing me what real love looks like. What you did with the money, it's beautiful. That night, I showed Raylan pictures of the clinic. This is where your special heart money went, I explained, to help other kids like you. And Grandma's helping too? She's trying to get better first, then maybe. Like when my heart gets better? I hugged her close. Yeah, baby, hearts can heal. It just takes time. My phone buzzed. A message from Mother. Day 185, still clean, still trying, still grateful. For the first time in years, I wrote back, proud of you, keep going. It wasn't forgiveness, not yet, but it was a start. Sometimes that's all healing needs, just a start. The hearing room felt smaller than I expected. Mother sat beside her lawyer, hands folded neatly, wearing a simple blue dress instead of her usual flashy outfits. Edgar gave my shoulder a reassuring squeeze. The court will now hear the petition regarding property deed modification. The judge announced, I understand there's been an agreement reached? Edgar stood. Yes, Your Honor. We've prepared conditions for Mrs. Cecilia to remain on the deed, contingent on continued recovery and financial oversight. And the stolen funds? Mother's lawyer spoke up. My client has agreed to repayment through garnished disability payments and supervised work at the community center medical clinic. The judge turned to Mother. I understand you've prepared a statement? Mother stood, unfolding her amends letter with trembling hands. Your Honor, 6 months ago, I thought rock bottom was losing my home. I was wrong. Rock bottom was seeing my daughter turn my greatest shame into something beautiful. She turned to face me. I stole from my granddaughter's medical fund, money saved for her heart condition. But Jillian, she took that pain and built a clinic to help other children. While I was gambling away our future, she was saving others. The judge leaned forward. And your recovery progress? 6 months sober from gambling. Daily therapy. Working the program. Mother pulled out her sobriety chips. I can't undo what I did, but I can spend the rest of my life trying to be worthy of my daughter's example. The judge reviewed the conditions. These terms are strict. One relapse and you lose everything. I understand. Mother's voice was steady. It's more than I deserve. Very well. The judge signed the papers. Petition approved with conditions. Court adjourned. Outside, Mother turned to me. Thank you for coming today. I didn't do it for you, I said. I did it for Raylan and for me. I know, she hesitated. The clinic? When can I start? Freya needs help with intake paperwork, nothing financial. I added quickly. Just filing, scheduling. I'd like that. My phone buzzed. A text from Talon. First patient at the clinic. Get over here. At the community center, a young mother waited with her son. Freya was explaining the cardiac screening process. Just like we did with Raylan, I told the nervous boy. Want to see your heart on the screen? Mother stood in the doorway, watching. When the boy's heartbeat filled the room, her eyes welled up. That sound, she whispered, like Raylan's first ultrasound. Come help, I said impulsively. You can hand me the equipment. We worked together, showing the boy and his mother the heart chambers, explaining the tests. When we found a minor murmur, Mother's organizational skills kicked in, efficiently scheduling follow-ups and specialist referrals. You're good at this, I said afterward. It feels right. She straightened the intake forms. Like maybe all those years of chaos led to something meaningful. Mom! Raylan's voice echoed through the clinic. She ran in with Talon, stopping short when she saw Mother. Grandma? Mother knelt down. Hi, sweetheart. I've missed you. Raylan looked at me questioningly. I nodded. Want to see where I work now? Mother asked. I'm helping other kids like you. Can I see the heart machine again? We showed her the equipment, Mother explaining each piece with newfound knowledge. When Raylan's own heartbeat filled the room, strong and steady, Mother squeezed my hand. Thank you, she whispered, for not giving up on either of us. Later that night, after Raylan was asleep, I found a letter in my bag. Dear Jillian, today wasn't an ending. It was a beginning. Every day, I'll work to earn back what I destroyed. Not just money or trust, but our family's heart. When you turned my shame into healing for others, you taught me what real strength looks like. I'm learning from you now, daughter, and I'm so proud of the mother you've become. All my love and all my gratitude, Mom, I texted her, one day at a time. Her reply came quickly. That's all I ask. See you at the clinic tomorrow? Yes, I wrote back. We have 6 new patients. I'll bring coffee. And Jillian, thank you for showing me how to break the cycle. I looked in on Raylan, sleeping peacefully with Mr. Whiskers. Her heart monitor blinked steadily on the nightstand, a reminder of both our challenges and our strength. Tomorrow we'd help more families at the clinic. Tomorrow Mother would continue earning back trust. Tomorrow Raylan would see her grandmother choosing recovery over chaos. But tonight I simply listened to my daughter's heartbeat and felt my own heart healing, one steady beat at a time. Sometimes the greatest victory isn't in winning the battle, but in transforming it into something that helps others win theirs. That's what real healing looks like. That's what breaking the cycle means. That's what love can do when we're brave enough to let it.